Yo, Chucky Old School. With an addendum or an attachment to my 88, 89, two of the best back-to-back years in hip-hop history. I want to start with this album. I'm going to do a series of these, or a couple of these. I don't know about a series. I'll do a couple of these on these albums and where they hit, how they, what they were. This album right here that's popping up under where my finger is, it'll pop up somewhere, scroll across or whatever, is Critical Beatdown. Critical Beatdown by Ultramagnetic, probably, and if you really thought about it, Ultramagnetic is probably the most underrated hip hop group of all time, because what they were different. Kool Keith was different. He was Ghostface before there was Ghostface. It was Kool Keith, who was just like, I'm just gonna say what I want to. I'm just gonna say something. It sound dope. Don't try to analyze it. I'm just gonna say it. That was Kool Keith. Now, Critical Beatdown, that album, it came out in '88, but it had its early beginnings of '86, because that's when Ego Trippin' came out, and everybody knows Ego Trippin'. If you hip hop, you know Ego Trippin'. So that was an '86 song. I believe Traveling at the Speed of Thought, that was an '87 song. But most of that, those were earlier singles. But most of the songs on the Critical Beatdown album were new for that album. Like Housing Things, Kool Keith just went at them. And, Feeling It, and for me, Feeling It has a special place, because I remember the first time I heard it in a car. I was in Franklin Night School. Me and Brock, rest in peace, Brock. We were standing out front, and this bull pulled up in a Jetta. It, was an all-black Jetta, tinted windows, and he was playing "Feeling It," and the whole car would just bang. And if you know "Feeling," you know that song. You know how it comes on. You got the feeling. I mean, that album right there is just unmatched. You had a lot of albums that came out in '88, and I'll get to a lot of them. But this album right here, again, scrolling right here, is one of my favorites from '88. And if you're really into hip hop beats, boom bap. This wasn't boom bap, but I think the roots of boom bap was born in this era, because boom bap really came into its own in the '90s. But a lot of the tracks on this album are the forefathers of boom bap, in my opinion. As always, this is always just my opinion. Chucky Old School, out.